Welcome to my happiness video. My name is Stephen Pitkin, and this is the first of what I plan to be a series of videos that are firstly for me, and secondly for everybody else. And I find that it's good to make videos if you can use your tools of video making. One tool is my mouth, one tool is my camera. The other tool is my body language, my intonations, and the conveyance of emotion to help to flesh out my points. If you can do this and you can reinforce and build a really happy state, they say move a muscle, change a thought. Grow your happy state and activate parts of your brain, parts of your mind, as if the mind exists in other areas of your body, which I believe it does. Activate as much of yourself as you can. Incorporate, integrate the conflicting sides of yourself. You could feel like a wonderful glowing ball of energy by the end of this video, both as listener or as one who makes your own video. Now, there are all kinds of ways to get yourself into an incredible state. I know Anthony Robbins has talked about getting into state. I've been kind of following him loosely for years and years, decades actually. What I'd like to do is create kind of a foundational state for myself. Here's why. This previous Monday, I lost my good friend, creative collaborator, my job, my place to live, and my health insurance. Now I'm still living there and my health insurance is still happening. I'm going to need to use it for something, a knee problem. But it's inevitable that they're going to be lost unless I take massive action. I've been getting free rent for the last 17 years, and I'd known this person for a total of 35. I was a teenager when I first started helping him. He was a person who, from the time I met him, had been paralyzed from the neck down. So I came in as a helper, a caregiver, and here was a man with many vibrant friends, highly intelligent, creative people, interesting people, who would be given an open door policy to just kind of come in, visit whenever they wanted, just walk right in the house. It was a very interesting place to live. And given his condition, but also given his disposition, his temperament, he was a really, you might say, attractive person who attracted the goodwill of others, who came and wanted to help and wanted to spread good cheer, because good cheer was the order of the day. And so I would do that also, and I recognize the value of good cheer in going from feeling like this guy is a burden with being in his electric wheelchair, as he was from the day I met him all the way until very recently. Good cheer would just make him feel normal. I could see it. He would laugh and he would be cheerful, and he could just yawn and feel satisfied. I could see it, even though his arms didn't move like a normal person's would. They would sometimes, when he'd have a little spasm or he'd yawn, they'd sort of pull up a little bit. And there was just a sense of relief and satisfaction that he could have as a disabled person. That for all intents and purposes, we could say is a life well lived in its own particular confines. And having always been creative and always wanted to sort of create a world for myself, and in some way create something that I wanted to exist in the world. I'm not sure exactly where I got it. I know my mother was creative and so my dad was always sort of rational and liked to problem solve. So I believe I inherited their gifts, and always sought to improve my life despite great challenges. So here it is. I'm initiating the first video right now, and what I'm looking to do is to be a better friend to myself and to be a great friend to you, whoever you are out there. I could be talking to literally billions of people, depending on who is able to watch this video. And to be a great friend to myself and to you, to be a foundation that I now have felt very drastically I am lacking at the age of 50. No home, no job. Well, I have a little job, but it doesn't pay the rent. And a lot of, you might say, kind of broken aspirations and ruined dreams. There's, I tried selling my paintings and just never could get out of homelessness while I was doing that. This was in Los Angeles. I tried writing and had trouble finishing what I was writing. Short stories. I was able to finish some poems. I wrote songs on piano and guitar with voice. And tried a number of creative projects, hoping that they'd sort of catch fire and lead me to prosperity. And I find with an uncertain future here that all these aspirations seem to be like litter and debris surrounding me that maybe I should take with me, but boy, it's a lot to take with you when you don't know what your future is. And you'd have to spend for storage units and pay a lot of money on rent. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in terms of the logistics of living. I'd really like to take some time off and just do a lot of creative work instead of going right back into a caregiving job that'll immediately be a loss of income because, well, presumably, because I didn't have to pay rent or utilities while I was living there. But I wanted to give you guys a sense of the motivation for why I'm doing this. And you can have inspirational coaches and authors say, well, hey, now I'm a millionaire and I can show you how to do what I've done. But I also have found, having been in a better position financially than others, that's not always the way to approach something. Sometimes to be a person in need can be a stronger gift to people than to be someone who sort of has no needs except to use you as to further their own business. That's their person in need. They have the answers, and you pay the money to get those answers and to learn those skills. And that's dynamic. No, I think there's kind of a great way. I think, well, here's where I'm coming from, is right now I'm planning on writing a book, a thin, slender volume, thinking maybe selling it for $15 to $20, and then traveling from city to city and like a street preacher, you might say, just kind of sharing what I feel to be valuable ideas, learning from people, sharing, and also kind of inducing experiences for them. So leading them through almost like guided meditations or something like that, leading you through a kind of fictitious experience that can lead to very real benefits. I just go, maybe talk in a microphone or maybe talk without a microphone, and just sort of in a stream of conscious way extemporize with all the ideas that I have gained over the years. So learning to articulate them, and sharing them with the public at large right here, right now. And I would have this book available if people were touched, if I moved them, if I cheered them up, if maybe they're going through some real difficult process. I could I could sell them the book if they had the money and the inclination. Sell them the book, maybe lead them to a website where I had other things for sale, and maybe even take on clients in being able to kind of work through problems that they were having, much as a therapist does. We would call it strictly entertainment, but if they felt like it was valuable, they would pay me, or I'd charge a flat fee or something along those lines. But these are possibilities that seem realistic and valid. So here you see me at the outset. I used to run a website called happinesshereandnow.com. I got a little entangled with the workload for that I had set up on myself. But now I'm feeling a lot brighter about it all. And I'm kind of noticing that those entanglements don't need to actually weigh me down or take me down. I can actually just lovingly interpret them as I choose and see what comes of that. So that's it for now. This is my first YouTube video. I'm going to look to promote other materials in free areas of the internet and collect goodwill and also distribute it. Take care. Bye.